that what this is about?
So full disclosure, Scott does a lot of the VO work inside the company, and so he did all that his innovation team. But yeah, you're darn right. It's about we haven't made it define it like that sits above the desk of every product person in our building, whether it's footwear, whether it's apparel, whether it's accessories. It's like, how do we make that athlete just a little bit better? Like, how do we give him a little bit of an edge in the field that doesn't look across the person next to him and say, you know, I've got you beat. If we're 50-50, then I've got a little bit of an edge, and that's all we're supposed to do is give people that little bit extra to help get them the win.
Ken, between you and Van Pelt here, who's more influential on the direction of Maryland moving forward? You know, we talk about it a bit on the show. I'm just curious.
Every time I text him an idea, it seems to come out the other end. So I think it's him, but maybe I don't know. I don't know how that works.
Let's just say that if I took a pen and wrote a check, and he took a pen and wrote a check, he can add more zeros to this. So I can.
Maybe
flap,
he's just not as selfish.
I can flap the gums a little bit, but
Scott's got better ideas. That's
hardly the case. Look, Maryland was the first school. They were the flagship Under Armour school. It was easy for me to keep track, and it was like Texas Tech and South Carolina, South Florida. I'm not sure if I'm getting the sequence exactly right. How many are there now?
We're up to a dozen schools, and we haven't announced. I don't know if I'm supposed to say this or not, but we.
Go ahead and say it.
No, we're not gonna let that one go yet. But we've got another school. We've got a Big Ten school on the come as well. But now we're in every major conference, and it's I think we got some great partners from Auburn to Maryland to Texas Tech to University of South Carolina, and up and down the road. So Boston College, like you name it, we've got a pretty good covering.
When you look at the start of it, and I think it's one of those things where it's so hard to pitch someone else on your own idea. Like if you think, hey, we're going to go after some of these big guys, a lot of people say, what's the point? What was the point then for you early on in the beginning?
Well, I don't think we ever went after anybody. I mean, like I said, it's one of the most off questions is, Under Armour, it's a great example for sport, and we compete and all those things. But, I want entrepreneurs out there to know, that my idea certainly wasn't perfect in 1996, but, having the fortitude or the guts just to say, I'm going to get it in the market, and I know it's better than what's out there, and we'll constantly improve. And so when I say we spent that first 5 or 6 years making one shirt, I literally mean that's what we did. Like, the most off-asking question from an entrepreneur is they have a little bit of success with one thing, and then they try to get into 50 different categories. And so we probably made T-shirts maybe a little bit too long, but we went from like short-sleeve, tight-fitting T-shirts to like long-sleeve, tight-fitting T-shirts to like loose-fitting, long-sleeve T-shirts, and then the shorts, and then the pants, and then the uniforms. And it's been like this natural progression. So I still feel like we compete with ourselves. Again, we're beyond the point where our success or failure is dictated by anybody else who comes with us. Is that, we control our own destiny, and that's up to us to make sure that we do win every day.
I want to close with this. Kevin Plank, our guest from Under Armour. I got a visor here, all right? And as you look at it, maybe there's a smile. It's a knowing smile. It's a lot of sweat stains on here. You keep talking about the 90s. It was late 90s that I got this. I got this from you guys. And it was like, hey, look, man, as you're going around airports and whatever else, maybe you wear it around. People see you wearing it. I still had hair back then. And as you see this now, and you think about the 90s when you were just trying to get this thing going, if I'd have told you then that you'd be the guest of ESPN as a newsmaker and that Under Armour would be where it is, would you believe that this could be real?
Number one, I never would have believed that it couldn't happen.
Fair enough.
And that's, first of all, the thing people have to get out of bed with every day. But, no, I probably would have thought you would have done me a solid or something, Scott. I mean, but look, I think that Under Armour's been again, we've had a good ride so far, but we're certainly a long way from the end, which is why we get up and go to work. And you started the thing with asking the question about being humble or being hungry about the way we travel. But I feel like we have a shot to be a pretty great company, and that the best things are definitely in front of us. And I say that from the innovation that we have coming from the new product. It's not just buy our logo because it happens to be hot or we think it's cool, but buy it because we make some sick product that is going to change the way that athletes perform in the future.
Kevin Plank, our guest. Happy holidays. Thanks for the time. Congratulations on the success, and may it continue.
Thanks very much, guys.
You got it. Scott Van.
Hey, what's up, guys? UA Reviews here, and that was Kevin Plank. He was on the Scott Van Pelt show on ESPN. And if you don't know who Kevin Plank is, he is the CEO and founder of Under Armour. And I thought it was just kind of interesting. They were talking about, just kind of some of their uniforms and just some of the, just some of those designs they had for Maryland's jerseys. How just controversial they were, and just kind of how, they weren't controversial in the point of like everybody just, people were ripping them just because they didn't. Who wears that? It really makes a team really stand out if you're wearing those kind of jerseys. You can't not talk about them. They're just, I thought they were awesome. Like, I mean, I don't care what you think. In my personal opinion, I thought they were awesome looking, and if I had an opportunity to wear those jerseys, I'd definitely wear them with some pride. Because Under Armour, was founded in Maryland, and Maryland is their flagship school, and Under Armour is sponsored by, I think, 12 other schools, and like they were saying on there was another team that's going to be sponsored in the Big Ten, but I always kind of seen Under Armour as kind of like an underdog in the kind of the sportswear, business world and all that. You think about it, some of the schools that they sponsor aren't really that big. They're not competing for the national championship every year. Auburn was one exception, but and I think that did a lot for Under Armour just for being in the championship game. And when there are so many people watching one game, and it comes down to gear that they're wearing, and that kind of, with that many people watching, that makes a lot of people buy into a specific product, in my opinion. And I think that game, that 2010 championship game against Oregon, against the Oregon Ducks, I think that was big for Under Armour, and definitely they have, they've really shocked me just on some of the gear that they've been coming out and just how well it performs. Just here in the last couple of years, like you heard in that piece, they started with one shirt, and basically they expanded into a whole sporting good business, like just from everything you can think of, Under Armour has. And man, it's crazy to think about too, because just from where they come from, they started back in 1996. It's 2011 now, and I didn't really recognize Under Armour as a brand until about 2004. And when I started playing football, those shirts were awesome to have, and I got my first Under Armour Heat Gear compression shirt. So, Under Armour's come a long way. Their products keep getting better and better, and I think they're actually starting to make a stand in the just to try to even beat out Nike, because most of the they were talking a lot about the football jerseys and just some of the crazy designs they come out with. I don't care what anybody else thinks. I think Under Armour's jerseys, their impact that they've made just on college football is huge. And just think if one day Under Armour was sponsored by, became the sponsor of jerseys for the NFL, just think of that, what that would do for the business of Under Armour. Just wearing the brand Under Armour. I know if you guys have watched any of my videos, or any of them at all, you know that I'm all about Under Armour, and I'm basically on YouTube for reviewing Under Armour, and I've never really said anything bad about Under Armour's products. So, with that, Kevin Plank, he is just an amazing CEO for Under Armour. If it wasn't for him, Under Armour would not be here. I would not be sitting here today making videos about Under Armour. And man, it's cool to think about. I don't have much to say just about really. Under Armour is just it's one of my favorite brands. It's the only brand I really wear, because I just love the product that they make, and I hope that they're going to be in business for a long. I know they will be in business for a long time, and I'm going to keep buying their stuff. It's just the brand that I enjoy wearing, and Under Armour's cool, man. I just love their product they come out with. So with that, guys, thanks for watching this little update I had. I thought that was just something I wanted to share with you guys. So just keep checking back for more reviews and all that, and we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.